mereka sudah tahu cuy bahwa video ini akan kontroversial. Tetapi masih aja ditayangkan di YouTube ya. Belum di take down oleh mereka ya. Karena mereka lihat ini ada uangnya cuy. Video ini isinya uang semua cuy. Walaupun mereka buat salah seperti ini ya. Yo, selamat datang di channel ini. Dan terima kasih sudah klik video ini. Tapi harus di subscribe juga dong. Subscribe itu gratis loh. Gratis, alias free, alias nggak bayar, asik. Halo, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back to INDOREACTTV. Nah, berita tentang Al-JAZEERA kemarin masih hangat-hangatnya, masih menjadi perbincangan hangat di Malaysia. Dan nggak cuma di Malaysia cuy, di Indonesia juga Al-JAZEERA ini masuk dalam berita-berita nasional Indonesia ya. Karena beritanya yang simpang siur dan tidak berdasarkan fakta itu. Jadi banyak juga orang-orang yang membuat statement atau membuat komentar ya di YouTube ya tentang videonya Al-JAZEERA kemarin. Dan aku juga belum tahu pasti kelanjutannya seperti apa. Apakah sudah dipanggil polisi atau sudah disiasat wartawan yang meliput berita kemarin itu ya. Tetapi sampai sekarang bro, sampai sekarang videonya di YouTube itu masih ada cuy. Nggak di take down, nggak dihilangkan dalam YouTube atau nggak di delete gitu kan oleh pihak Al-JAZEERA. Masih masuk dalam trending cuy. Kita lihat ini trending YouTube Malaysia ya. Nah, ini masih trending cuy, masih masuk dalam trending 1 minggu yang lalu ya. 1,9 juta kali ditonton sudah ya. Dan belum di take down atau dihilangkan dari YouTube. Padahal ini beritanya memuat berita palsu dan tidak berdasarkan fakta ya. Aku masih bingung sampai sekarang kenapa video ini masih ada juga di YouTube ya. Jadi kali ini kita akan lihat, ini juga sudah banyak yang minta aku lihat video ini ya. Terima kasih yang sudah informasikan ke aku ya. Nah, ini ada dari Other Side of the Truth channel lagi ya cuy ya. Dia buat video tentang Al-JAZEERA juga. Judulnya adalah Top 15 Mistakes in Lockup in Malaysia Lockdown. Video by Al-JAZEERA. 15 kesalahan dari berita Al-JAZEERA kemarin ya. Nah, jadi dia ini buat video dan sudah dia research mungkin ya. Kita lihat deskripsi videonya ya. Al-JAZEERA did a very biased and one-side report against Malaysia. Okay. It was disappointing to see so many mistakes in the video done by a large news company. Okay, siap. Many of the things that result in Malaysia being so successful at overcoming COVID-19, Al-JAZEERA said was wrong to do. Okay, ya betul. Also, let me know what point I missed. Do you disagree with anything of my 15? One good thing about the Al-JAZEERA video, it encourage us to have good discussions. Oke, siap. Except they block the comments. Ya, masih dimatikan ya komennya sampai sekarang. Jadi dia sudah research ya dan mungkin sudah mencari tahu apa saja kesalahan-kesalahan yang dibuat oleh berita Al-JAZEERA kemarin tentang lock up di Malaysia ya, lockdown di Malaysia itu. Yuk kita lihat aja langsung ya.
This is a recent video that was published, and unfortunately, it has so many mistakes. And so we're gonna pick the top 15 to cover today. Number 15, taking videos and footages of police and military.
I've got my ID.
Oh, yeah.
Look, this is my ID. I'm from the press. Again.
This is lockdown area. No camera, please.
But we're within our rights to report from here.
Oh, yeah. But this lockdown area.
Throughout the entire world, you really can't be taking footage of police and military.
Ya betul. Kemarin aku juga bilang cuy, orang itu sudah dijeruji gitu ya, sudah dikasih batas gitu dan itu lockdown daerah itu, wilayah itu ya nggak boleh masuk. Wartawan itu masih aja mau masuk ke dalam, walaupun dia wartawan cuy, mana bisa masuk ke dalam.
So many countries that's illegal. Even in the United States, if you took video footage of the security around the White House, that could get you thrown in jail.
Betul.
Al-JAZEERA thinks that because they're reporters, they're above everybody else.
Yeah,
Number
betul.
14, complaining that they weren't allowed into high-risk areas of COVID-19.
We're not allowed inside these fenced-off areas.
Now, I don't know if they don't realize how COVID-19 works. It spreads pretty easily. And so if they were able to go into an area that was high risk, they could easily pick up COVID-19, especially when you look at the video footage and realize that lockdown.
Nah iya, nggak pakai mask ya, dan mau masuk ke dalam daerah wilayah terkena dampak COVID-19 cuy. Ini goblok banget ini wartawannya, ini memang goblok cuy.
Sometimes they weren't wearing a mask, or they only were wearing a mask. I mean, look at how many doctors who were completely prepared, had tons of protection, picked up COVID-19. Number 13, blocking comments. You
Blocking
need to
comments.
always allow comments, but in this video, they've blocked all comments on YouTube. You need to allow people to be able to point out when you don't do things that are accurate or when you do things really biased. But if you don't allow comments, people can't point those out. And I just think as a reporter, it's so unprofessional to block comments.
Betul, sangat tidak profesional banget ya. Video berita ini tayang tetapi komennya di-blok cuy. Padahal ini adalah video isinya tentang berita yang memberitahu orang apa sih yang terjadi saat lockdown di Malaysia itu ya. Tetapi komennya di-blok, dia sudah tahu sebenarnya Al Jazeera ini sudah tahu cuy. Video ini salah, video ini nggak benar gitu kan. Makanya komentarnya diblok oleh mereka. Mereka sudah tahu cuy bahwa video ini akan kontroversial. Tetapi masih aja ditayangkan di YouTube ya. Belum di take down oleh mereka ya. Karena mereka lihat ini ada uangnya cuy. Video ini isinya uang semua cuy. Walaupun mereka buat salah seperti ini ya. Harusnya ini sudah di take down videonya dan wartawannya sudah ditangkap ini cuy. Ini namanya penyebaran hoax ya. Penyebaran berita palsu ini cuy.
Really don't think YouTube should allow that. Number 12, complaining that the government never responded.
Several requests to interview the senior minister, home minister, and his deputies were declined.
All right, Mr. Drew Ambrose. Well, the government's a little bit busy. They're fighting this thing called COVID-19, which is extremely deadly and spreads super easy. And sorry, they probably didn't have time to answer every single question you had because they're busy fighting the disease. So please, man, get off your high horse. Not everybody can take time out of their life to serve you. Right, dude? Like, have a reality check. Number 11, forgetting how racism works.
Is this the practical reality of dealing with a
Oh, ini
pandemic?
juga nih.
Or is it racism?
Okay, if you're not aware, racism was mentioned multiple times in the video. How
Yeah,
racism works is where you judge a group of people based on their skin color. And in this instance, it would be people of Indian descent or people that look Indian. And if you're not aware, there are multiple Malaysians, actually over 7% of Malaysians are of Indian descent. They look exactly like migrant workers that are both legal and illegal. So if the Malaysian government was racist, they would be targeting anybody that looked Indian, Bangladeshi, or Pakistani. But the Malaysian government specifically was doing
Betul,
things for
ini nggak benar banget kalau dia kemarin bilang itu rasis ya. Karena kalau rasis itu nggak seperti itu definisi rasis ya. Aku nggak ngerti seperti apa definisi rasis dari wartawan itu ya. Mungkin dia nggak terlalu paham cuy tentang keadaan dari Malaysia. Tapi kalau aku pikir sih nggak mungkin kalau dia nggak paham tentang Malaysia ya. Karena dia adalah wartawan yang ditempatkan di Malaysia cuy. Wartawan Al-JAZEERA yang ditempatkan di Malaysia. Pasti dia sudah tahu tentang keadaan di Malaysia itu seperti apa, kultur dan budaya serta etnik apa aja yang ada di Malaysia ya. Pasti dia sudah tahu cuy. Ini memang sengaja nih videonya dibuat seperti ini cuy. Ini mungkin memang ada hasutan di balik video ini.
legal immigrants. And anyone that was of Indian descent that was Malaysian, they were fine. They had no complaints. So this is clearly not a racism issue. This is an illegal immigration issue. And
betul.
those are different things.
Bukan rasis.
To call it racism is just
Bukan rasis,
completely
tapi
wrong
memang
and
ilegal.
out of place. Number 10, ignoring countries that are extremely racist towards their migrant workers. I've
Okay.
traveled all around the world and I have several friends that are migrant workers. And there are several places where I discovered that people were very racist towards migrant workers. And actually in Malaysia, migrant workers are treated better than almost anywhere else in the world. Here,
Betul.
locals of a different country call legal migrant workers lazy, messy, unhygienic. Number 9, treating illegal migrant workers like they're all victims. Illegal migrant workers have specifically not obeyed the law and are working illegally.
Betul. Namanya ilegal ya cuy ya. Kalau orang berbuat ilegal itu ada konsekuensi hukumnya kan ya. Ada hukumannya kan. Jadi wajar aja kalau menurut aku dirantai-rantai seperti itu. Karena mereka ilegal cuy. Ilegal itu menyangkut hukum dan hukum itu menyangkut yang kayak gitu. Ada rantai, ada penjara ya kan.
Even in your own video, you have a human rights lawyer, somebody that really supports undocumented and illegal migrant workers. And she points out that this illegal migrant worker didn't do anything and that she can't really support him because he put in no effort to try to be legal.
Okay, did he attempt to go to the labor department to file a case against his employer?
And throughout this video, you often show that they are victims when they could have just put in some effort to make sure that they obeyed the law and got a working visa.
Betul.
Number 8, saying the jobs that migrant workers are working, Malaysians don't want to work. And it's probably true. There are several jobs that Malaysians would prefer that migrant workers did. But in the video, you show how there used to be 60 jobs at the market that migrant workers worked. And when they set out applications, they had over 500 Malaysians apply for that job. So clearly, in this job, Malaysians wanted to work it, but their jobs were taken by migrant workers.
Mohammed ran a recruitment drive to replace the foreign workers with locals. 500 Malaysians applied for just 60 positions.
Number 7, never acknowledging that illegal migrant workers put the entire country at huge risk for COVID-19. See, illegal migrant workers are working illegally. It's in the name. And because they're working illegally, they're not registered. The government doesn't even know if they're probably in the country or where they live or who they work for, and there's no way to track them. And so with COVID, it's so important to track and trace everybody that gets COVID. For example, look at what China did and what Taiwan did and what South Korea did and Japan. All these countries that were extremely good at fighting COVID-19 were able to track everybody in their country and who had it and who didn't. But when you have 4 million illegal immigrants and there's no way to trace them, you're putting your entire country at huge risk.
Betul,
and putting
betul,
this in
betul.
the video is so important because then people can kind of
Karena
understand.
ilegal kan nggak punya dokumen dan nggak bisa kita lacak ya, kita cari ya, karena mereka ilegal. Dan dengan adanya virus ini, jadi susah kita cari ya orang-orang yang ilegal itu. Dan itu membahayakan seluruh negara cuy. Kalau ada yang terkena dampak COVID-19 kemarin, makanya yang ilegal itu harus dicari semua oleh pemerintah Malaysia kemarin kan. Ya, memang banyak banget kesalahan dari berita Al-Jazeera kemarin ya. Aku yakin memang untuk menjatuhkan nama baik Malaysia tuh berita Al-Jazeera kemarin cuy. Tapi nggak tahu itu hasutan dari siapa atau suruhan dari siapa, aku nggak tahu cuy.
Why the Malaysian government might be trying to figure out who's illegal in Malaysia because it affects the safety of all Malaysians.
Betul.
Number 6, acting like sitting in the sun and getting questioned about if you're legally working in Malaysia is like the worst thing in the world.
He says his whole family, including his son and daughter,
Oh,
were
ini nggak
handcuffed
bener
and chained
banget.
together with other children and the elderly under the hot sun. They were only released hours later after authorities verified their documents.
Alright, right now COVID-19 is happening. There are so many children around the world that are losing parents to COVID-19 and are going to be raised without their father or mother. And you are upset that a daughter had to sit out in the sun? I mean, if this is the worst thing that happens in your COVID-19 experience, you are very blessed because so many people around the world would give anything to be able to sit out in the sun a few hours and know that their country is safe.
Betul, betul, betul.
Number 5, forgetting that everybody is going through a really hard time right now. It's not just the legal migrant workers or the migrant workers. Malaysians as well are going through a hard time. So many Malaysians have lost their job.
Betul.
So many Malaysians are struggling right now. And to focus that the only people struggling are illegal migrant workers and migrant workers is unfair. Everybody is going through a hard time.
Betul, semuanya terkena dampak COVID-19 ini cuy. Tidak hanya pekerja legal dan pekerja ilegal ya cuy ya. Semuanya cuy. Semua orang terkena dampak COVID-19 ini cuy.
Number 4, being very misleading and not always honest. For example, handcuffing children. I really don't think this happened.
Ya,
Do you
betul.
have any footage? Do you have any proof?
Nggak ada anak-anak kecil yang dirantai, nggak ada. Dia tuh bohong banget memang ini Al-Jazeera ini bikin berita ini untuk menjatuhkan Malaysia banget ini. Parah memang Al-Jazeera ini.
Do you have anything more than 1 or 2 people saying it happened? And regardless, if children are handcuffed, I mean, it's not the end of the day. It doesn't hurt them. Oh, big deal. I mean, come on. I'm a dentist. I have to treat kids' teeth all the time. That's way worse and way more painful than getting handcuffed. But I do it because it's for the good of the kid overall. So just because something's inconvenient or unpleasant, not everybody lives in a fairy tale land. But regardless, I think that was pretty inaccurate. You also use multiple selective examples. You purposely pick stories and try to show things that made Malaysia look bad. I mean, you
Betul,
look
betul.
at the end of the video, you purposely pick a mother with a child. Come on, that was set up. You didn't pick a 50-year-old man, you picked a mother with a child. Many Malaysians, especially doctors and nurses, have risked their lives treating COVID-19 positive patients that were illegal immigrants. These illegal immigrants got free care, free food, free
Betul,
clothing,
betul.
free toiletries, and everything was provided to them. And this makes you wonder how many other things were inaccurate in this video. Number 3, mixing up legal and illegal migrant workers. Hey, listen to this.
And anti-immigration Facebook groups have been telling illegal migrants to go home.
Did you catch it? One word changes the entire structure of the sentence, and that's how media can be very misleading. He says, anti-immigration Facebook group, but the page he's showing is an anti-illegal immigration Facebook group. And there's a big difference between anti-immigration and anti-illegal
Ya,
immigration.
betul.
101 East investigates why so many foreigners are being locked up in Malaysia's lockdown.
Even in the intro summary, you got it wrong. You're not investigating foreigners, all foreigners. No, you're investigating illegal
Illegal, ya,
foreigners.
betul, illegal.
You need to say the word illegal. Number 2, completely not understanding how you fight COVID-19.
Authorities have been carrying out military-style operations across the capital, Kuala Lumpur.
COVID-19 is a time where you need to be strict.
Memang aduh goblok banget ya Al Jazeera ini ya, dan memang sengaja banget itu cuy. Aku yakin memang sengaja banget itu untuk menjatuhkan nama baik Malaysia cuy. Itu harus disiasat banget dan harus di take down itu video itu cuy. Nggak boleh tayang terus itu cuy, sampai sekarang masih tayang. Itu harusnya sudah nggak ada lagi di YouTube itu cuy.
You can't allow people moving all around. You need to be very, very strict, because if one person with COVID-19 moves and goes about, they can easily spread it to so many more people. And so COVID-19 is a time that you need to have a military-style lockdown, because that's the only thing that works. It worked in Taiwan, it worked in Hong Kong, it worked in China, it worked in South Korea,
Betul.
and it also worked
Semua
in
pakai
Malaysia.
militer ya.
And in this video, you make it sound like a military-style lockdown.
Yeah,
a
it's a
bad
bad thing, yeah.
That is an amazing.
Seakan-akan militer yang mengawal PKP kemarin itu adalah sesuatu yang jelek katanya ya, sesuatu yang buruk. Padahal semua negara juga seperti itu.
Good thing. And the USA and many other countries in the Americas have not done that, and look at the results. Wouldn't you rather have a little bit of a military-style lockdown and save thousands of lives? I think most people would be in favor of that.
Betul.
Number 1, never saying the good things about Malaysia.
Iya betul, nggak ada sama sekali kemarin di video Al Jazeera yang menyebutkan sesuatu yang baik tentang Malaysia. Semuanya jelek cuy, di video itu semuanya jelek. Memang harusnya di take down itu cuy, harus di report terus itu cuy, video itu biar di take down oleh YouTube.
Incredible success story. I would recommend you check out this video or this video. Trust me, they're well done, and the person that made them is pretty cool. Anyway, regardless, Malaysia did such an amazing job. I mean, it was amazing to see how people from all different backgrounds, famous and average citizens, all came together for the good of Malaysia. And I think that's really important to talk about in this video when you're going to be talking about COVID-19. And that was completely ignored, and completely wrong to ignore that in making this video. So those were my top 15 things that were mistakes in Malaysia's lockdown video.
Bagus,
Did I miss anything? Let me know in the comments. And don't worry, I will keep comments on. And on a personal note, I'm just really, I guess, disappointed that a major media source would basically make things that were very biased, very inaccurate, and not do the proper research, and not even really understand how COVID-19 works.
Betul.
Because many of the things that actually help prevent COVID-19, they said were wrong. And if you look at the data and results, obviously it's working in Malaysia and it's working in other Asian countries. And so at a time when people are really suffering and dying, you shouldn't be picking out because some people had to sit out in the sun or were uncomfortable. Let's look at the bigger results. Lives were saved. And if a few people had to be uncomfortable to save a few lives, I think it was definitely worth it.
Siap. Full 45 menit reaction video will be released on YouTube in few days. Oke, dia mau buat lagi cuy ternyata ya. Sebenarnya masih banyak cuy ya kesalahan-kesalahan di dalam video Al Jazeera kemarin, tetapi belum dia masukkan di sini. Ini hanya kesalahan besar-besarnya aja, 15 kesalahan besar tentang video Al Jazeera kemarin. Dan seharusnya sebagai media yang besar, Al Jazeera itu seharusnya tidak membuat berita palsu yang seperti itu cuy. Itu sangat unprofesional dan sangat tidak berdasarkan fakta. Kalau mereka itu profesional, harusnya video kemarin sudah di take down, sudah dihapus dari YouTube ya. Tetapi sampai sekarang masih saja tayang di YouTube, berarti kan ada sesuatu di balik itu ya. Memang sengaja mereka memang sengaja untuk menjatuhkan nama baik Malaysia cuy. Jadi kalau kalian yang nonton video itu harusnya jangan cuma nonton coy, harusnya jangan cuma dislike tetapi di report juga video itu, biar YouTube yang men-take down video itu. Harusnya di report terus gitu ya, setiap hari di report gitu, karena itu sangat mempermalukan negara Malaysia cuy. Terlihat sengaja banget untuk menjatuhkan Malaysia cuy. Kalau bisa ya sampai Al-Jazeera-nya itu disiasat cuy oleh kerajaan kalau bisa ya, karena aku yakin power dari kerajaan Malaysia lebih kuat lagi daripada power Al-Jazeera itu cuy. Jangan sampai media asing seperti ini mempermalukan negara cuy, bahaya karena semua dunia yang menonton video itu cuy, nggak cuma warga Malaysia, nggak cuma warga Asia, tapi seluruh dunia menonton video itu cuy. Ini fitnah cuy, fitnah itu harus dihilangkan dari muka bumi ini ya. Ya itu aja untuk video kali ini, cukup sampai di sini aja, sampai ketemu lagi di selanjutnya. Terima kasih untuk teman-teman yang sudah menonton video ini, terima kasih untuk teman-teman yang sudah subscribe support channel ini, dan akhir kata peace, love and respect para Indonesia. Ciao.